welcome back to my channel Saturag. Today we are going to continue reading the story of Mahabharata. Sons of Satyavati. Two sons, Chitrangada and Vichitravirya, were born to Shantanu and Satyavati. Chitrangada was brave and clever, whereas Vichitravirya was a powerful bowman. When Shantanu died, Bhishma kept up his promise and installed Chitrangada as the king. There was an envious king of Gandharvas, also named Chitrangada. He challenged the son of Shantanu, his namesake, to battle. For 3 years, they fought on the bank of the Ganges. In that fierce encounter, the human king Chitrangada was killed by the Gandharva. Bhishma performed his obsequies as Vichitravirya was too young to ascend the throne at the request of Satyavati. Bhishma acted as regent for the prince. When Vichitravirya came of age, Bhishma made him the king. Bhishma and Satyavati decided to get him married. Bhishma had heard that the 3 daughters of the king of Kashi would be married at a Swayamvara, a function in which the bride herself chooses her husband. He immediately started for Varanasi in his chariot. On reaching there, he found many valiant kings had come from different places to woo the princesses. He also saw the 3 maidens and decided that they were quite suitable for Vichitravirya. When the list of kings assembled was read, Bhishma chose those maidens on behalf of Vichitravirya. Then suddenly he took those maidens from the Swayamvara Mandapa by force into his chariot and spoke to the assembled kings in his thundering voice. The wise have declared many ways for a Swayamvara. One of the matters is to take away the bride from the assembly of kings by force. Accordingly, I am carrying away these girls by force, throwing before you an open challenge to fight with me. You may defeat me with all your strength or get defeated. So saying, Bhishma drove fast in his chariot. Horrified at the sudden turn of events, the kings rose up, slapping their arms and biting their lower lips in anger. Soon they threw away their ornaments and clad themselves with all kinds of weapons, mounted their chariots in pursuit of Bhishma, and confronted him. Then a fierce battle ensued in which innumerable kings were together on one side and Bhishma alone on the other. The king shot 10,000 arrows towards Bhishma at a time, but Bhishma encountered them all with his arrows even before arrows of the adversaries could reach him. The combat became so fierce with dense showers of arrows from both sides that it looked very much like the battle between Devas and Asuras of old. The spectators who did not take any part in the battle were struck with awe even to look at the scene. Such was the terrible strength and skill of Bhishma that even the kings who stood opposing him began to applaud him loudly. Defeating them all, Bhishma raced towards Hastinapur with the 3 brides. Hot in pursuit came the mighty chariot warrior Shalya, cornering Bhishma like a leader elephant, ripping open the haunches of a rival with his tusks. He shouted, "Stop!" The other king stood mute with wonder to see the brave Shalya. "Drive me to him," shouted Bhishma to his charioteer, "that I may destroy him as Garuda kills a snake." He faced Shalya and shot down the 4 horses of Shalya's chariot and slew the charioteer, but let Shalya escape unharmed. The other kings too slowly withdrew from the scene. Bhishma reached Hastinapur with the 3 maidens victorious. All arrangements were made for their marriage with Vichitravirya, but the eldest of the maidens, Amba, came to Bhishma and said, "I had chosen in my heart Shalya, the king of Saubha, as my husband. He too in his heart had accepted me. This was also approved by my father. I would have chosen Shalya in the Swayamvara as my husband. You are learned in the precepts of virtue. Knowing all this, do whatever you think is proper." Bhishma respected her wishes and permitted her to go back. The other 2 sisters, Ambika and Ambalika, were married to Vichitravirya. They loved him dearly. The prince passed several happy years with his wives, but in the prime of his youth, slowly withdrew from the scene. Convulsion afflicted him. In spite of the best physicians attending on him, he died, plunging the royal family in grief and great anxiety. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Remaining story will be covered in the upcoming episode.